Дело в том, что... Короче. Опа. Спасибо. Но я все равно не знаю, куда там нужно этот камень двигать. Так вот, дело в том, что мы его немножечко кинули и пропизделись, как говорится. Вот интересно, куда это все нужно засовывать? Ой, как все заморгало, я понимаю. У меня типа нет или что? Что происходит? Что происходит, блядь? Игра, ты чего творишь? Не понимаю, куда нужно сувать это, простите за мой русский язык. Ну ладно. Короче, мы его немножечко подвели. Если игра будет так бликать, это вообще будет попочка. Поэтому... Держимся. Это что тоже? Боже, как мило. Вот, нам нужно, чтобы он научил нас Авада Кедавра. Я не знаю, на каком моменте мы можем уже выполнять всякие побочки, но, наверное, уже вот, потому что идет осень, очень красиво, просто очень красиво. Мать, мы пролетаем через гору. Ладно, как нам тут быть? Ага, все, понял. Блин, Дота. Я не играла в Доту никогда. И в КС... нет, я играла в Доту. 30 минут у меня было в Стиме. И это все было.
This place has seen better days.
Вот. Да, The Last of Us мне нравится как картинка, но я смотрела только прохождение, потому что, опять же, зомби, и меня прям воротит от зомби. Мне прям так грустно становится. Поэтому не играла, но я не буду говорить ничего плохого, потому что игра действительно очень стоящая и красивая. Прям без вопросов вообще. Хотя Я, наверное, проходила пролог, я проходила у друга. В принципе, норм. То есть вот если бы вот так вот можно было сесть и поиграть без вариантов, то я бы поиграла. Потому что игра красивая, но она коридорная. Коридорчики надоели, наверное, за всю жизнь уже. Вот Assassin's Creed 2 и 1 нас, мне кажется, наше поколение очень развратил на открытый мир. Вот. Так, что касается God of War. Я играла в него на PSP. На PSP было прикольно, потому что вариантов не было. Но сейчас, опять же, коридорчики, хочется больше свободы. Но я тоже могу сказать, что игра хорошая, игра красивая. Но я не видела последнюю версию, не смотрела. Надо глянуть, кстати, прохождение. Бэтмен. Мне очень в детстве нравился Человек-паук. Блять, я улетала на PSP в Человеке-пауке настолько далеко, насколько это можно было вообще допустить. Сейчас, может, я как-то переросла вопрос с Марвелом, но ничего не могу плохого сказать про картинку. Очень миленько, очень хорошо, и действительно стараются, действительно делают качественный контент, а не высеры типа Гарри Поттер. Не будем о грустном говорить. Что у нас еще из красивого? Кстати, по поводу этого киберпанка, я вот тоже сомневаюсь из-за первого лица. Одно дело, когда это первое лицо можно отключить, а другое дело, когда его нельзя отключить. Еще, кстати, очень плохая оптимизация на приставке. Не знаю, как на пятерке, но на четверке прям очень жестко. Что-то сейчас шумно будет, капец. Сейчас. Блять, он
Your acrobatics will Oh, you think you're so...
Чё тут так много этих говноедов, я не понимаю.
Confringo! You won't survive this, later. I won't rest. Confringo! Also. Oh, that was meant for me. Not quite.
Ух ты ж, блядь.
Easily diverted. Confringo! Was that your best? Stop avoiding me! Ah! Expelliarmus! Hi! Confringo! Run, Rocket.
Так и вернулась, на меня напали злые гномы. Короче, да, в киберпанке минус это, конечно, дурацкая камера. Черт. И если там ты за кого-то играешь, нет возможности, например, себе части туловища приделать, но при этом, да, ты никогда не увидишь своего персонажа вот так постоянно. Зачем тебе приделывать разные части тела? Ну, блин, все равно прикольно, это же киберпанк. Ну, почему бы и нет? но нельзя. Зато там можно, будучи женщиной, пофлиртовать с классной тетенькой. Мне эта идея очень нравится, но не буду же покупать... Не буду же покупать игру ради того, чтобы пофлиртовать с красивой тетенькой. Ну и у женщины там вроде ногти не очень. Короче, не знаю, как это сказать. Я не могу смириться с тем, что вот сраный вид от первого лица. И на 4, опять же, еще раз, когда едешь на машине, проседает очень сильно прорисовка. Она лагает, тачка лагает, все лагает. Ты так, блядь, что происходит? Это же Next Gen, как говорит Assassin's Creed Unity. Вот, поэтому смотри, сама думай, может тебе понравится эта игра. Я из-за того, что люблю графику, вот с Киберпанком я тоже об этом думаю, потому что тоже с графикой, понимаешь, все очень, очень так вязко. Графика отличная, но есть пока что минус.
What do we have here? A demiguise.
Что за хитренькая музыка там играет?
Revelio.
Блять, я в их доме. Себастьян, прости, я плутала. Блять. Откуда у меня так много всякого говна? Ёб твою мать. Миша. Что делать-то?
Hello, nice to meet you.
Welcome. I'm Bernard Indiaye, and this is my shop. Is there anything I can help you with?
What do you have for sale?
Как мило.
A pleasure doing business with you. Have I mentioned your welcome?
Да, по поводу работы. Но я всегда хотела быть музыкантом. Блять, я плохо рисую. В плане, не, это не настолько заводит, чтобы рисовать еще.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you as well. How
Никогда
can I help
не
you?
училась на графического дизайнера. У
What
меня
do you
есть
have for sale?
графический планшет. Он лежит. Это пока все. Ну, не знаю, может однажды я позволю себе потратить кучу времени, чтобы научиться какой-нибудь херовине сидеть потом и дрочить каждый пиксель. Пока что так не знаю. Я пока не знаю. Я пока не пробовала. Я забыла слово. Безусловно. Все, я все продала.
Have I mentioned your role?
Спасибо, блядь. Надеюсь, та херня, которую я потеряла, она не потерялась. Блять, ради этого.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to...
What do you have for sale?
Ух ты! Подобный мех носят большеглазые гривы лунтилята, обычно обитающие в лесных регионах. Мех можно использовать для обновления снаряжения и присвоения ему определенной характеристики. Ой, как мило! Хочу себе таких пушишек, нюхлеров, лунтиленков и болтушайки.
Have I mentioned your role?
Сука, как это мило, я сейчас расплачусь, я обделаюсь просто от радости. Что это такое? Могу.
Aloha Mora.
Сука.
Revelio.
Ладно, все, я к Себастьяну.
You can't imagine how inconvenient.
Это мои бутылки, это я в ожидании.
You made it.
О, появился.
Enjoying the view?
Keeping an eye on things. Feldcroft isn't what it used to be. No one has felt safe here since Ranrock's loyalists took a peculiar interest in that castle over there. Rookwood Castle. My uncle Solomon is a former Auror and refuses to look into it, even after Anne was cursed by one of them. Possibly with a wand, no less.
I heard a goblin refer to wizard kind as wand carriers. Are goblins forbidden from carrying wands?
Precisely. That's why I'm on the hunt for answers. If I'm to cure her, I need to understand what happened to her. Anne was always the most mischievous of the three of us. Which is saying something, knowing me and Ominous. I'm hoping a surprise visit from me and a new friend from Hogwarts will help lift her spirits. Bring back the Anne I used to know. Come on, I'll take you to my uncle's. This way. Feldcroft used to be a lot livelier. With Ranrock's lot wandering about all the time. Everyone stays out of sight. Here we are. My sister should be just inside.
Ну, мы идем, нет? Ждем. Кого ждем?
Aha!
Sebastian, where did you... Is that what I think it is?
We've been over this, boy.
Hey.
Shrivelfigs cannot reverse a curse. Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
But we haven't tried everything.
There is no cure! When will you accept that?
Never. I can never accept it.
Now look what you've done.
I'm sorry.
Leave.
I'm sorry you had to see that. If you don't mind, I just need a moment alone.
Poor Sebastian. Not the visit he'd hoped for.
I'm sorry about earlier. Those bouts of pain are difficult to bear.
Are you all right, Anne? I didn't mean to intrude.
You didn't, truly. And I'm all right. The pain from this curse comes in bouts, and often suddenly. It's not anyone's fault. It's nice to meet you, by the way. You must be the new 5th year Sebastian told me about.
I am. Sebastian and I met on my first day at Hogwarts, in the Slytherin common room.
Oh, the common room. I adored teasing first years about spotting mermaids through the window. I do miss Hogwarts, but I wouldn't mind being in Feldcroft really if it wasn't so dreary now. Between the goblins at the castle and my uncle fighting with Sebastian whenever he's home, it's not the cozy retreat it once was.
Sebastian mentioned something about your uncle being an ex-Auror, but refusing to go after Ranrock's loyalists. I must say, I wasn't prepared for him to be as angry as he was.
Uncle Solomon is frustrated by what happened to me, and by Sebastian for thinking he can fix it. They both mean well, I know they do, but my uncle is right. This curse cannot be undone. I can feel it. Sebastian cannot take away my pain. Perhaps you can help him to understand that.
I'm afraid it's really up to Sebastian, and his mind seems to be made up.
I can only hope he realizes the futility of his search for a cure soon. I'm getting tired. I should probably rest. Thank you for stopping by. I wish you well.
That boy will fray my last nerve.
Excuse me, Mr. Sallow.
Oh, yes, Sebastian's friend. I apologize on behalf of my nephew. He doesn't know when to stop. I was about to check on Anne. Did I see you come from the house? How is she?
She's all right. She said she was going to rest.
Nothing can be done for her.
It could be that you've not yet discovered the cure.
Ah, you sound like Sebastian, thinking you know better than the healers at St. Mungo's.
Perhaps the healers don't know everything, sir. Sebastian is single-mindedly focused on finding a way to help his sister. If there is a cure, he will find it.
Your faith in Sebastian is misplaced. Some sort of dark magic cursed Anne, and the goblins aren't likely to explain themselves anytime soon. Giving her hope is cruel. The only thing to do now is keep Anne comfortable and stay out of the Loyalists' way.
With all due respect, sir, hope could keep Anne's spirits up.
You may mean well, but I know what's best for Anne and Sebastian. They are my stubborn brother's children. Especially Sebastian. If you really want to be of help, you'll make sure Sebastian does what he should do, not what he wants to do. He's no idea the harm he could do if he doesn't stop. I hope you'll remember what I've said. Good day.
I ought to see how Sebastian's faring.
Блядь, сейчас это слушаю.
Why will he not listen to me? She's my sister.
How are you doing, Sebastian?
You got a first-hand glance at what I'm dealing with. I apologize for my uncle.
I'll admit, I wasn't expecting him to be so angry.
He's always angry. He's been angry since my parents died. After Anne was hurt, he only grew worse. It's as though he blames me somehow, always calling me my father's son, as if that's an insult. I'm the one trying to help her. He's simply given up.
Both Anne and your uncle seem genuinely convinced that nothing more can be done for her.
I refuse to believe that. Anne's pain is more than physical. It has changed her entirely. I miss my sister. And I'm going to get her back. Come with me. I need to show you where it happened. Ranrock's loyalists are capable.
По поводу того, как я переношу ли я свой взгляд с игр на реальную жизнь. Ну, смотри, в жизни все гораздо сложнее, потому что человек — это гораздо больше, чем персонаж в игре. Ауф, да? И базу заложила сейчас. И, конечно, мне в первую очередь важно, чтобы человек был красивый. Но красота, она выражается не только в телесности какой-то, но еще и в душе, в разуме, в взглядах, во всем, что выше материального, это выражается. И у меня довольно много классных подруг. Они жирные, блядь, но они такие классные, просто до безумия. Это люди, с которыми хочется проводить время, быть рядом. Это суперски, это важно, это очень круто. И если у человека есть классное чувство юмора, если у него есть хороший мозг, если он сам по себе очаровательный, заюшка, солнышко, то мне кристаллически насрать, как он выглядит. И, ну, знаешь, главное, чтобы из зубов зелень не торчала, хотя и это нормально. Это нормально. Даже это нормально. конечно, когда я иду там в автобусе или еду по улице, и если я вижу что-нибудь неприличное в плане, толстая женщина может одеться очень элегантно, очень красиво, просто до безумия красиво. И я восхищаюсь такими людьми. Но когда идет неопрятно одетая женщина, будь она толстая или худая, я уже типа фу, зачем? Почему ты ходишь? Почему я должна смотреть на тебя, на такую? И я уверена, что так думает большинство людей, большинство долбоебов, которые никак не могут в инклюзивности бодипозитив. Я со своей стороны выгляжу очень хорошо. Блять, врать не буду. Я занималась спортом, я держу себя в очень хорошем теле. И я постоянно совершенствую свое тело. Не только тело, но и разум. И поэтому у меня больше такое критическое отношение к людям. Типа, одно дело, если человек болеет, вопросов ноль. У меня есть такая подруга, блядь, я ей всеми способами помогаю. Я ее принимаю, какая она есть, я ее очень люблю, она очень хороший человек, но у нее есть лишний вес, из-за которого она сама страдает, и тут вопрос не в спорте, например, или еде, а вопрос просто в здоровье. И это видно, потому что нездоровую полноту очень хорошо видно. А вот когда человек просто себя не держит, себя распускает, но мне, по крайней мере, с таким человеком будет сложно. Но это выбор каждого. Опять же, вот бодипозитив — это выбор каждого. Не надо навязываться, не надо навязывать. Надо быть элегантным, красивым. Но мы же женщины, блядь. Мы женщины, мы смотрим на женщин, мы смотрим друг на друга. Мы для женщин должны быть самыми лучшими, самыми красивыми, самыми эффектными. А гетеросексуальные мужчины съедят любое. Понимаешь, им не надо, для них не нужно красиво. Для нас, для женщин, блядь. Я сейчас такую базу тебе выдам, что ты перестанешь со мной общаться.
Much more than people realize. They should not be underestimated. All the debris you'll see is from whatever's going on at that abandoned estate. They've been digging for something.
Слушай, я уже несколько лет пытаюсь разобраться с дневником эмоций от психолога. У меня так много было психологов, блять.
Up there, on that plateau, is where they cursed Anne.
Полный трэш.
This way.
И, сука, никто мне не может донести и объяснить, даже интернет, как вести эти ебучие дневники эмоций. Поэтому о чем ты? Я учила... Ой, блядь, там драка начинается. Я учила Python и, наверное, единственный из всех языков, который мне подошел, это HTML. HTML. Это лучший язык, просто самый деревянный, самый узколобый. Тут я разобралась. Когда я пыталась учить Java, я даже не смогла программу открыть, в которой Java пишется. Блять, я чуть не выкинула компьютер об стену. Я очень была взбешена всем этим, и поэтому можно я останусь в своем, как он называется, в средневековом мире с говном и палкой. Может быть, однажды, когда будет больше времени, желания не умереть, а жить. Вообще я хочу заниматься музыкой. Вот прям это то, что меня тянет, и я, может быть, завтра, может быть, на следующей неделе я дойду до музыкального магазина и решу этот вопрос как минимум на зачатке. Потому что тут еще вопрос с компьютером. Вот музыка, да, вот музыка топ. Там я буду каждую ноту дрочить, потому что у меня музыкальное образование.
a part of it. A wizard is a dead wizard in my opinion.
Expelliarmus! Confringo!
When are you going to give up? I won't rest. Let's get it.
Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo!
Rather unwise coming back this way. One let someone's here. No! Up over the
Confringo! Expelliarmus!
You've made your last mistake. I don't have time for this. Stop by.
Expelliarmus! Confringo!
Your acrobatics will postpone the inevitable. Who do you think you are? How childish. As if you could best fight them. Such arrogance.
Expelliarmus!
I won't rest. Let's get this over with.
Your spells get on top of me.
No! Fight about as well as a pup.
Блять.
Rather unwise coming back this way. Put me down! You are postponing the end of
Блять, мы всех убили просто.
I
так
confess, that was a bit more than I'd bargained for. I tried to warn you.
Revelio. Those loyalists deserved what they got.
Couldn't agree more. This is where it happened. We smelled smoke in the middle of the night. When we looked outside, flames were shooting from the estate. Before my uncle and I could stop her, Anne rushed out, racing towards the fire, worried someone had been hurt. She came face to face with a horde of goblins, frantically trying to stamp out the flames. Suddenly, an icy voice drifted out from somewhere in the smoke. Children should be seen and not heard. A blinding blast followed. They didn't even give her a chance to run.
It seems an awfully violent response to a child wandering by. What were they trying to hide?
My thoughts exactly. It may be grasping at Billywigs, but I keep thinking that there might be something here that could lead me to whoever cursed Anne. Might be the only way to learn what type of magic harmed her, which could help me find a cure.
Perhaps you're right. The Loyalists are everywhere, but they do seem to be spending a lot of time here, and it's likely they're hiding something.
And at Rookwood Castle. Shall we have a look around? They seem to have set up camp here for a specific reason. They have stations for everything.
Revelio.
I've heard goblins are popping up everywhere.
It's a wonder the Ministry isn't doing more. Whose home was this?
Been abandoned long since I've lived here. Rumor was a Hogwarts professor lived here once, centuries ago. But that's all I ever heard.
Always armed and ready for a fight, Ranrock's Loyalists.
It might be worth taking a closer look.
Revelio.
Yourself.
This well looks familiar. Sebastian, I've seen this before. This house, the well, the view.
What do you mean? When?
Give me a moment. I'll explain in a second.
А, он не сейчас будет ему рассказывать?
Revelio. Sebastian, over here. Do you think that this was damaged by the fire the night that Anne was cursed?
Could be. But it looks to me as though this was intentional.
Sebastian, this house did belong to a Hogwarts professor. Hundreds of years ago.
Who? What do you...
I found a pensive that day in the restricted section with a memory that showed this house. There was a little girl and a drought. The keepers have shown me other memories as well. The girl became a Hogwarts professor. Her name was Isadora Morganach. She was one of the keepers.
The keepers? Like in Quidditch? And you found a pensive in the library? I'm not following you.
I realize it's a lot to take in. I'm not even sure I understand it all yet. And no, not like Quidditch. They call themselves keepers because they're protecting some type of knowledge. It has to do with the vault at Gringotts.
Let me see if I've got this straight. You have Ranrock and Rookwood after you because of something you found at Gringotts where you ended up via a port key. You can see traces of an ancient magic that you think Ranrock is trying to harness. And now you've been witnessing memories left by keepers. Oh, and this house belonged to a Hogwarts professor who was one of these non-Quidditch keepers hundreds of years ago. If I didn't know you, I'd think you were pulling my leg.
It is all a bit much, isn't it, when you put it like that? The point is, we both have good reason to search this house. You for answers about what happened to Anne, and me for answers about the keepers.
Look at this.
Someone piled this here for a reason. Is it blocking something?
Only one way to find out.
Revelio.
A stairwell.
Revelio.
То есть гоблины это не видели, да?
Why bother blocking a stairwell?
There might be something here worth a closer look.
They've left all of this simply strewn about. Tells me they're after something bigger.
A journal entry of Isadora's. I should hold on to this. Seems these journal entries are from Isadora's travels.
Revelio.
Confringo!
Expelliarmus! Repulsor!
Как же он называется-то, блядь? Заклинание, чтобы типа все чинилось. Сука, не помню, ладно, посмотрим.
Reparo. Lumos. Levioso. Reparo.
Lumos!
Confringo. Repulsor. Defender. Repulsor.
Да ёб твою мать.
Wingardium Leviosa. Leviosa.
Lumos!
Wingardium Leviosa.
Так, ладно, какие еще есть заклинания? Может быть, заклинание вот это вот, да, типа.
Glacius.
Lumos!
Incendio.
Не помогает.
here. Protego! Compulsor! Revelio!
You're not going to believe this. I can see the Undercroft.
What? A daydream? Because that happens to me too.
I know it sounds strange, but...
Honestly, nothing you say sounds strange to me anymore.
Fair enough. I can see the Undercroft through this stone wall, as though it's a window. This has happened before.
I'm listening.
I think it's to do with my ability to see traces of ancient magic.
But you said you didn't really understand it, and that you couldn't wield it.
That's true. And I'm still not sure what it all means. What I do know is that my ability allows me to travel through these windows I see.
Wait. We can get straight to the Undercroft from here. Ominous will be flawed.
We can. But perhaps best not to tell anyone else about this for now. Even Ominous.
Understood. Well then, invisible, secret, ancient magic passageway? Here we come. I'm tempted to hold my breath. Why would the door lead us here?
Sebastian, look. Why hide a triptych here?
Seems as if something's missing.
Good. Let's have a look.
Revelio.
Да, ты, конечно, выдала про музыку. Я думала, это не только пока что не с какой-то целью монетизации, но да, для будущего и чего-то такого интересного.
Anything helpful in the notes?
Мне вообще уже я загрузилась и не понимаю немножко, чем ты занималась до того, как все бросила и решила играть в PS5 и работать фотографом. Почему ты так много шаришь во всем? И кто ты? Кто ты? Расскажи мне. Завтра, когда у тебя будет время, а так, добрых снов, доброе утро, здравствуйте.
A rune symbol. I've seen similar symbols used by the keepers.
I've been thinking. A keeper lived in that house centuries ago, and Ranrock and his lot have been searching there. You said that goblins may be wielding some form of this ancient magic. Do you think Anne was cursed by ancient magic?
I can't be sure, of course, but I don't think so. I didn't see any traces of it around your sister.
Very well. But that doesn't mean it's not ancient magic. There's still so much we don't know about it.
True. Perhaps this triptych will lead us to answers.
Then we'll have to unravel what this all means. But now I need to see Ominous. Don't worry, I won't tell him anything. Did I mention that, apparently, Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here, in Hogwarts?
You did not? Is it connected to our common room?
No idea. Ominous just learned of it. I'll let you know what I find out. I had no idea our visit to Cian would unfold into all of this. My head's an utter mess. But I'm glad you told me everything you did.
Мне нужно вот таки давать.
I'll be in touch. Till then.
Блять, мы опять под Хогвартсом. Так, стоп.
Deke. Ah, Deke is so happy to see you. Deke noticed this bag in the room the other day. You must need it to help with your schoolwork. Deke has seen one of these before. Deke calls it a knapsack. perfect for gathering and transporting beasts. Pleasant little breeze.
I have been thinking about something Professor Howard said in Beasts class, that I should study as many beasts as I can on my own time. She also mentioned that poachers have been active in the area. So, perhaps the beasts will be safer with us than out on their own.
Precisely what Deke was thinking. You see, the room knew exactly what you needed, and luckily, Deke can show you how to best use the knapsack and where. Come along then. Our first stop will be beyond the castle grounds. We can leave now, or you can come and find Deke when you're ready to go.
I'm ready to learn how to use the knapsack.
Perfect! Deke loves an outing. That was a dark time in Deke's life. Deke found himself in service of the cruelest wizard he ever met. A nasty poacher. Deke hated working for him. He did horrible things to beautiful beasts. Oh. It was during those days that Deke first saw a knapsack. It'll be nice to see one used for good. We have arrived. Deke enjoys coming here to watch the beasts, especially the potful of puffskeins nearby. It will be nice to keep them safe. All you will need to do is get close, direct the open knapsack toward the puffskein, and in it'll go.
All right.
You got one!
I managed to rescue a puffskein.
You can rescue as many as the knapsack will hold. Poachers capture puffskeins and, well, Deke isn't sure what they do with them. Deke is certain they will be safer with you. Now, not all beasts will be as simple to rescue as a puffskein. Deke suggests you next find a beast that can fly. A jobberknoll, perhaps.
All right. Where would I find one?
Deke knows of some to the west, nesting in a large tree overlooking Hogwarts. But we must be careful. Deke has seen poachers in the area recently. Deke will meet you there whenever you're ready.
Hello, Deke. Shall we continue?
Oh, good. Deke was worried about you, what with all. Perhaps we should work quickly. The jobberknolls. If it's helpful, Deke has seen Levioso used to slow flying beasts. Easier to get in close and use the knapsack.
Then I shall go and rescue a jobberknoll. Good luck, Deke.
Не война, а специальная военная операция. Не убиваем, а... Точнее, не пиздим. А, короче, это все во благо. Так, что у меня за... Это что такое? Это Вингардиум Левиоса? Он просто Левиоса, да, сказал? Угу. Ну ладно. Хотя норм. Пробуем.
Wingardium Leviosa. Professor Howell will never believe me. I rescued a jobberknoll.
Deke hopes your jobberknoll finds the knapsack nice and cozy. Poachers want them for their feathers, and are not kind when they gather them.
Are there any other beasts nearby?
Just one that Deke knows of, a herd of moon calves. They live in a... Deke will see you there.
Revelio.
Deke thinks you should be proud.
Hello, Deke. Is this the clearing you mentioned?
It is. Moon calves gather near the large tree with the spiral pattern in front, but only. So, unfortunately, unless you have a way to hasten.
How did you end up at Hogwarts after working for your former master?
Deke's prior master had no family, so when he died, all of his house elves were relocated by the ministry. Deke was the most fortunate one, as Deke was sent to Hogwarts. Deke's friends were not as fortunate.
I shall go and find a moon calf then.
Deke will be waiting for you.
Так, а как? А как подождать-то? Где? Поняла.
Do cooperate.
Wingardium Leviosa. Leviosa.
Settle yourself. It was a bit trickier than the others, but I have a mooncalf now.
Another beast, safe and sound. Deke supposes you're finished. He'll be able to rescue many more beasts, but for now...
All right.
Deke... There you are. Now, we need to show the beast you rescued their new home. But, not enough room to let them out here. Imagine all those beasts running amok. That wouldn't do at all. Perhaps if you focus on what your beasts need, the room will provide. What exactly did you think of? Heavens! You've done it!
But what is it?
Deke isn't sure. Only one way to find out. Meet you inside when you're ready. Look at this! It's amazing!
Where are we, Deke?
It seems to be a place for your beasts to live, a vivarium of some sort. Oh, your beasts will be quite comfortable here. They'll live healthy, safe lives. Perhaps you want to release them, let them see their new home. Deke thinks the vivarium will be a fitting new home.
Indeed. I only hope we'll have enough space.
Deke hopes so too. But if you do run out of room, Madam Peck at Brood and Peck in Hogsmeade will help to find...
Any beasts that the room can't hold?
Yes, she's well known for helping to care for beasts in need. And, speaking of care, beasts that are well fed and groomed will provide you with valuable magical material. If you gather some magical materials from your beasts, Deke...
Very well.
Leviosa.
Everything's all right now.
Блять. Зачем? Почему здесь сундук?
Deke thinks you are doing some work here.
Hello, Deke. I have some...
What do you need to know?
Thank you. I'll get back to collecting materials.
Wonderful. Good luck.
I've collected some magical materials, Deke.
Now Deke can show you how to use them. First,
An enchanted
exactly, making your clothes. Why don't you try?
I'll go and... came out nicely. I should show Deke. Revelio. I use the enchanted loom, Deke.
Wonderful.
Will I be able to weave even more powerful magic into my clothing with the loom?
You will, by rescuing even more powerful beasts. For now, however, Deke suggests you explore the vivarium.
Thank you for your help, Deke.
Ну, просто бомба-пушка. Мне так нравится этот костюм.
Meet me near the ruins of Falbaton Castle. After dark. Do not tell anyone.
Блядь, надеюсь, это побочка. Я не хочу проходить задание с ним.
Anything to do with the dark art should be avoided. It's too risky.
Anything to do with Salazar Slytherin is worth the risk.
I can't agree. And I'll not say a word more. I'm sorry.
I won't give up.
What were you and Ominous speaking about?
He's being ridiculous. Apparently Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here in Hogwarts. Ominous swears it was used for the dark arts, so he wants nothing to do with it. I reminded him that Anne needs a cure. This scriptorium could hold the answers we need.
The dark arts do pique my interest.
There's more to dark magic than people realize. The Gaunts know this. Better than most. Perhaps I've spoken out of turn. Ominous's family history is personal to him.
I'd like to know more about it if you wouldn't mind telling me. I won't repeat it.
Very well. But do keep this between us. Ominous learned dark magic from his parents. Are you familiar with the Cruciatus Curse?
What does the Cruciatus Curse do?
It's known as the Torture Curse. Crucio. It inflicts intense, excruciating pain on the victim. Apparently, his parents and older siblings had no qualms about casting it on muggles for sport. Ominous described the sound of the victim's cries as horrific, so the first time he was asked to cast it himself as a child, he couldn't bring himself to do it. As punishment, his family cast it on him. The anguish was so bad that when asked to cast it again, he relented. I have repeatedly assured Ominous that he did what he had to, but he still hasn't forgiven himself.
How horrible. Poor Ominous. He was only a child. He shouldn't blame himself.
After that incident, the rift between Ominous and his family only grew. That is until I came along. Every moment he isn't at Hogwarts, he's with us in Feldcroft. Ominous trusts me. And more often than not, he winds up listening to me. I'll remind him of that when I follow up about the Scriptorium. Watch for my owl. I'll have news soon enough. I'll make Ominous understand. He'll change his mind.
Revelio.
Alohomora.
Mine now, damn you guys.
Revelio.
Alohomora.
Revelio.
Confringo.
Revelio.
Lumos.
Так, можно попробовать это. Раз, два, три, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 плюс 7 это 17. Из 20, блять, 4 вычитаем 17. У нас получается 7. Это значит раз, два, три, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ящерица. Раз. Внизу морж лохматый. Возможно, это 1. Это получается 12. То у нас 14, блядь, минус 12. Это у нас должно быть 2. Должен быть единорог. Тут единорог. Сука. Ведь 24 должно получиться. Тут ящерица. Раз, два, три, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. 24. У меня тут математика, блядь. Пошло в жопу, короче, понятно. Почему так шумно и никого нет? Докачнуть лохомору, чтобы было все весело и забавно.
Yes, I told you. You're very clever. Clever?
Hello, Mr. Moon.
Oh, greetings! Any luck removing some more of those demiguise statues?
I actually have some moons for you.
Oh, I knew I could count on you. Bring me a few more moons and I'll show you how to improve casting a la Hamura.
Почему ты со мной торгуешься?
I'll keep an eye out for more demiguise statues and see if I can bring you more moons.
You are to be commended for your bravery and valor, especially since they can only be collected at night.
Oh, well, you'll do well on that one then. Blasted charm.
Еще 5. Ой, ой! Ой, блять, что же произошло?
Lumos.
Да ёб твою мать. Так, понятно. Ладно, пусть будет астрономия. как-то вот тогда. Блин. Нормально, что у них уроки ночью? Я понимаю, что это астрономия, но... Блин. Ой, фу. Не буду ни с кем разговаривать.
And your reading is The Dragon. That's exciting, I suppose. Perhaps you're due for an adventure.
Просто какой-то задрот, типа все как студенты.
Ladies,
Professor
А
Shah.
это просто ужас.
astronomy is
Чем
not
пришел?
divination.
Да
You
всё
won't
нормально.
find the mysteries of the cosmos charted out on your palms or at the bottom of your teacups.
Просто что
Alas,
это
the
вообще?
heavens remain
Ученик или
hazy
это
to the
какая-то
starry-eyed.
хрень?
Now, if you want to devote yourselves to persistent and painstaking observation, you just
Блин, ну
might
зря
catch
мне
a
добавили
glimpse.
обновочки. Это,
With
конечно,
that in mind,
прикольно
please
одевать
take your
валку.
telescopes.
Но
Tonight we will be on the
почему он от
observation
всех
deck.
отличается? Почему он себе может это вообще позволить? Чё? Куда-то перемещаемся?
Still don't have your own? You can't be the new student forever, you know. You can share with Mr. Takar.
Я не хочу.
Here, I can adjust that for
No,
you.
no, bring it into focus on your own.
Ёб твою мать, красотища-то какая.
Now, I expect all of you to put in your stargazing hours outside of class. Is that clear?
But, Professor, it's freezing out.
Mere cold didn't stop the great stargazers of the past. Look only to the astronomy tables they erected throughout the highlands from which they gazed millennia ago on the very self-same stars above us. Is that clear?
Только ему не холодно.
Dismissed.
Hello. I don't believe we've met officially. I'm Amit. I'm something of an astronomy
Ой,
buff.
боже, ты же
Hello,
как
Amit.
программист или что?
It's nice to meet you.
Did I hear Professor Shaw say that you don't have your own telescope? I have a spare one you could borrow for the rest of term.
Господи, у меня... Ну,
That's very kind of you, Amit. Are you sure you won't need it?
I'm certain. It's my old one. I finally got my hands on the new Celestia Contemplor. You've heard of it, I assume? I
господи,
mean,
мой кот
of course you have.
раскушался просто до...
It's only the pinnacle of all personal stargazing
Шарик
implements,
у меня тут лежит.
but my old model's not too shabby either.
Well, thank you.
Think nothing of it. Anyway, the telescope's in the storage room right underneath us. You can't miss it. I have some, reading to finish on the lower deck. Come find me there afterwards, and bring the telescope. There's something I want to talk to you about.
Мне за эту миссию ничего не будет.
This was his old telescope. Looks practically brand new.
A pristine night for stargazing.
Блин, училка просто тащится от своей работы.
I have the telescope. It's nicer than I'd expected.
I would not offer a prospective stargazer a third-rate lunoscope. But there is, something else.
Yes, what is it?
You remember those astronomy tables Shaw was going on about? It just so happens I've been reading up on them a little myself. And it seems there may be one right here at Hogwarts. I believe we could use it to find hidden constellations.
Чел, отвали.
I had a feeling there would be a catch to that telescope.
No. I certainly wasn't trying to bribe you or anything. But, are you in? No one from the Gobstones Club will go with me. Said they'd rather get spit at by a stone than... Well, they are cowards. Let us get moving while the stars are still out. I'll show you how to use that telescope once we get there. I promise.
All right, I suppose I can go with you. I hope it's worth it.
It will be. Trust me, I have read practically everything there is to read about this. It should be brilliant. Shall we?
Теперь нужно меня закусать. Получил кайф, погладился, начал пахнуть. Теперь кусается. Очень хочу. Все, отстань. Ну, быстрее.
Some say the locations of the tables were originally marked by centaurs for ritual stargazing. It is nice having a fellow stargazer to explore with.
Happy to be here. It is good to leave the classroom now and then.
It's not that creepy out here at night, is it? The Gobstones Club are cowards. Here I am, charging ahead. Why don't you lead the way?
If you're sure. Revelio.
A little foreboding.
A few cobwebs and some dust. Nothing to be concerned about.
Oh, of course. It's just not as tidy as I expected.
Revelio.
More cobwebs. You don't think any spiders might be lurking about?
Oh no, not this close to school, I mean.
The constellation should appear near the center of your view. As soon as you've lined up the telescope, we will be able to fill out our star chart. I was right about the tables. They really are gateways to the far stars, just as the book said. And your contribution was invaluable. Rest assured, you shall be credited in my memoirs one day.
Whatever you say, Amit. Whatever you say.
Oh, you wait. You are going to be quoted saying just that. This is only the beginning. You will find more tables like this one throughout the grounds and forest, all beckoning to be discovered by a worthy astronomer. And if I have ever seen one, it's you. Oh, and about my old telescope, don't bother returning it. You should keep it. You are welcome. It's all in the throat. Any...
Идем по телескопу.
What an excellent...
Never do get tired. Пока, дорогуша. Так. Во-первых, нужно не забывать, что приходится сливать всякое говно. Вообще все плохо. Буду прокачивать этот скин. Он оконище. Нужно подучить, во-первых, заклинания, во-вторых, наверное, вне стрима или со стрима, почему бы нет, поискать эти странные штуковины.
These rocks have seen better days.
Thought we'd forget about that goblin helm you stole.
Это вот у меня депульс.
Yes.
Does it get
Revelio?
Мне кажется таким маленьким этот замок. Внутри он гигантский. Видимо, это то самое незримое расширение заклятия. Господи, вот это да. Так, тут же ночью ходить нельзя. Я же помню, какая была проблема зайти в библиотеку. Или что? Почему здесь на юбках? Мяу? Почему? Почему меня обманывают постоянно? Блин, кот опять пришел. Опа! Бог твою мать. А попроще. О боже. Сейчас можно умереть от этой всей лапочности, ванильности и потрясающности. Опа, 48 голды. Нет, 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 пожалуйста, кто это придумал, господи.
What do we have here?
I hope those assignments were challenging enough for you.
Блять.
I've completed all of my...
Там была луна.
I see good things. After all, the future's mine for the taking. And I shall take what I must.
The future is not etched in stone. It can be carved out by those with very strong wills. And you do seem to possess one. But this talk of tomorrow should not divert us from your present success. And if that performance is any omen of... Channel your magic towards your target. You have it. Now, why not practice the new spell on the training dummy?
Ого, нифига.
Excellent. I think you have it.
Офигеть. Во-первых, эта штука, вы просто... Это прям очень жестко.
At some point, you must stop preparing and put your newly honed skills to the test. Outside of it.
Кстати, это же ни на что не влияет. Это не влияет на время, влияют основные задания.
Mine now, Demi guys. Professor.
Мне не нужна.
I'm sorry.
Просто ебался. Конечно, узнать бы еще, где они находятся, вроде в Хогсмите. Или не в Хогсмите. Блин, не буду же я лутать каждый дом. Где-нибудь здесь.